Hello again. We are live at CPAC 2020, and I have the honor of sitting down with Carter Page. Carter, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks so much for having me, and thank you so much for everything that Judicial Watch has been doing to help reestablish justice in our country.
Now, Carter, you were on a panel of ours last year. Can you talk about Spygate for us?
You know, I've been very reluctant to talk much about it thus far, and you know, I'm constantly asked, and we touched on several key points, right, in terms of some of the basics. When the U.S. Department of Justice Inspector General came out with their big 480-page FISA abuse report in December, they exposed a lot of wrongdoing, additional wrongdoing beyond what we had already dug up and what Judicial Watch has already found with all of its investigations and litigation in court. And it really just kept exposing a lot more about what actually happened. And what I've been doing is, it revealed that I was helped the FBI and the CIA, and I think it's only been one small part of the story. So I'm taking steps right now to make sure that the full truth is out there.
And that's what Judicial Watch does too.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. No. It's the exposure in terms of some of these crimes that were committed against President Trump and the administration, and going back to 2016 with his campaign is just a complete debacle, and we really need to take some important steps forward in terms of reforming that.
Now, why do you think you were targeted for this?
I think I served my country as not only in the military, but also supported both the FBI and CIA, and I never wanted to talk about that. But now that so much wrongdoing was committed by a lot of bad actors within the U.S. intelligence community, I want to help expose the full truth about that. So, and I think there's a lot of ongoing investigations, both within Congress as well as within DOJ and other parts of the U.S. government. But I want to do everything in my power to help bring out the full truth.
Doug Collins made a statement about postponing the FISA markup. Can you touch on that?
I think it's the same frustration that a lot of members have had in Congress over the course of the last several years related to this FISA abuse. There was so much wrongdoing done by the Obama administration, and based on these complete falsehoods that were paid for by the DNC. And so, I think there have been a number of investigations, and they've been wanting to have some reforms to the overall system, the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act and the court system. Unfortunately, and they were planning to have an important step forward on that, and Chairman Nadler decided to postpone that yesterday. And so, unfortunately, they haven't really gotten to the bottom of this yet. And I think both Congressman Collins, in the great leadership that he's shown with helping to try to do everything possible to reform this system. Unfortunately, it's just been a really big roadblock with what the Democrats have done to a large extent to cover up for their party, which really paid for this assault on our democracy from the very beginning.
Okay, and then just trying to think. And then the last question will be whatever you would like to talk about.
Okay, well, you can. I also, if you want to ask about sort of exposing the truth, et cetera, sort of the follow-up steps, in terms of, yeah.
Okay.
And we're kind of sort of edit out kind of
yes.
stuff?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Okay.
So what else have you been doing to expose the truth and everything?
Well, I'm in the process of completing a book manuscript, which will come out this summer. And the book is entitled Abuse and Power: How an Innocent American Was Framed in an Attempted Coup Against the President. So it'll be published by Regnery Publishing in August, and I think it will be an important step forward in terms of showing the full story. Unfortunately, both the mainstream media and the Democrats, in terms of their steps in Congress, have not done anything in terms of really showing the full extent of the damage that it did to the democracy. So now that we are going into the 2020 election process, I want to make sure that there is not this terrible election interference, and there really needs to be some accountability. So this book will be an important next step in terms of helping to reform and create some positive action to help fix our system of government.
Wonderful. Now, for the viewers back home, that book is called Abuse and Power by Carter Page. Carter, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks so much. Great to be with you.
Great to be with you. Thank you.